I've only got the chance to play for one organization, and I'm thankful for that. And I'm not looking backwards on something that happened. I got punished for something that I did terribly wrong. That's gonna happen in life. That's what's supposed to happen.
What kind of work have you done in the last 10 years in order to come to this place?
I've done intensive counseling. I've had therapists that I continue to work with. When you're healing from something, and I'm talking about childhood now, when you're healing from something, you need to put that pain somewhere. But I was taking care of my household since I was 11 years old. So when they say you live life in reverse, I was a man at 11 and a boy at 21. What do you mean? When I was 21 and got drafted, I literally went back and overcompensated for everything I did not have from when I was growing up. I was told I was the man of the house, and a man is not supposed to cry, a man is not supposed to, feel. His job is to pay bills and provide and go out there.
Is a man supposed to hit?
No. And that's where it becomes problematic. When you are told things, you grow up in it, you witness things, you see it, and then it becomes you without you even knowing it. I believe there's two types of people, right? As a man, you get to be the man and a man. And you can only be the man for a moment. Over my career, high school, I was the man for that moment of my life, right? But you get to make a conscious choice on being a man for a lifetime.
So using your analogy, which is a good one, you were the man in that elevator.
Too prideful, the man. Better yet, to put a real word out there, a punk man. And there's other words I can use for myself in that moment.
That moment was lived out publicly over and over as Ray was let go by the Ravens, suspended by the NFL, then reinstated. Ray and Janae, who met when they were 15, married soon after.
She said this was the only time that had ever happened between you.
Yes.
And that's the truth.
That's 100% the truth. Like I said, I think that when you mention the world of domestic violence, have we ever had words, a disagreement? Yes. I don't like to use the term the worst thing that ever happened to me was the best thing that happened to me because of the severity of domestic violence. There's too many, like the survivors of domestic violence, they don't want to hear that. And I'm very remorseful to that, and I don't want anyone to experience that part of it. But what I will say is, I'm thankful to be in the space that I am now. I'm saying I put in the work to make sure that not only that my life is different going forward, but my kids' lives.
It is very clear that Ray's two children, his family, are the very center of his life.
Call him, Jay. Call him. Call him.
He coaches his son Jalen's football team.
Good. We need to listen, we need to move fast, and we need to go over stuff. Is that clear?
Janae is team mother. Their daughter Raven in his arms the night of the Super Bowl win.
Let's get this party started, man.
Raven is almost 12. There is no way those children were not going to see the video of their parents in that elevator. And Ray says they have already talked about it as a family.
I know my kids are not gonna go out there and say what my dad did was right.
All right.
I know that they would understand that what I did was horrible, but I'm a better human being than what I put out there then.
Do you feel forgiven?
I feel forgiven within. I feel very forgiven within. I lost a game that made me very noticeable. That doesn't overshadow what happened. I didn't lose my life. I didn't lose my family. I conquered football. I don't need a Hall of Fame jacket. I don't need none of the accolades. I don't need to be voted into nothing. All I know is I conquered football. Another yard, another stat, another fantasy point would not have been good for me. I conquered football. They didn't have the money.
After Braden.
I had my life and I had my sanity. I'd rather be a Hall of Fame dad, a Hall of Fame husband, in my own little box.
Ray still visits the castle where he counts many friends. At practice last month, he was caught surrounded by kids.
If a kid comes up to me and I hear a parent in the back saying, "You know who that is? That's Ray Rice," I know that there's a further conversation that has to be had.
Like what happened?
I don't know the conversation that was had, but if I had to guess, right, if I'm just a guessing person, I would say that's Ray Rice. He won 3-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champ, played for us, and his career got cut short because he did a very bad thing. No excuses. But what he's done since then, he's tried to make himself a better person. He never put fault on anyone. He never blamed anyone. And he's still out there helping people today.